niti namine. Namaste Saraswata Deve Gauravani Prachayane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dese Tarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktanda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone. Today is a very auspicious day. So many reasons. Of course, for us, we are present here. That's auspicious for us. And today is another reason that it's Bhadra Purnima. Another reason is very auspicious. It's Bhadra Purnima. Bhadra means auspicious or blessings. So we will have a little discussion on that as well. This all auspicious have come by the mercy of Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas. So we should always remember that. Okay, so today we are continuing our Śrīmad Bhāgavatam reading. We are on Canto 8, the withdrawal of cosmic creation, and Chapter 8, the churning of milk ocean, Kshirosagar. And yesterday the verse was covered was 12, so today we are continuing 13. And since there is no purport for 13, 14, we'll go, so we'll cover 13, 14 and then 15 as well. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तुतः श्री श्रीमद् देवांगश श्री गुरुदेव की जय. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तुतः श्री श्रीमद् देवांगश एसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. ISKCON and BBD Founder-Acharya श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तुतः श्री श्रीमद् देवांगश भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. अनंत गुरु वैष्णव की जय. नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. श्री गोस्वामी की जय. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय. श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय. श्री मायापुर धाम की जय. श्री नदी धाम की जय. श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय. गंगा मैया की जय. यमुना मैया की जय. तुलसी देवी की जय. भक्ति देवी की जय. श्याम वेत भक्त वृंद की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल. All glories to assembled deities. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled deities. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled deities. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are continuing our reading of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, The Withdrawal of Cosmic Creation, Chapter 8, The Churning of the Milk Ocean, and we are starting with this text, 13. Megha Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Muraj Anaka Gomukhan Vyanadayan Sankha Venu Vinaha Tumala Nihashwanan Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vyanadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vyanadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vyanadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan Mega Mridanga Panava Mukham Sankhavenu Vinadayan Sankhavenu Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vyanadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vyanadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan. Any Prabhus? Okay. Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vinadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan. Matajis. Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vinadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan. Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vinadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan. Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vinadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan. Any more? Okay. Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vinadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan. Any more? Today is very auspicious day. If you want to recite. Okay. Yeah. Mega Mridanga Panava Murajanaka Gomukhan Vinadayan Sankhavenu Vinastumula Nihaswanan. Okay. Mega personified clouds. Mridanga drums. Panava kettle drums. Muraja, another kind of drum. Anaka, another type of drum. Gomukhan, a type of bugle. Vyanadayan, vibrated. Sankha, conch shells. Venu, flutes. Veena, string instruments. Tumula, tumultus. Nihaswanan, vibration. Translation, and then next verse is purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation: the clouds in personified form beat various types of drums known as mridangas, pranava, murajas, and anakas. They also blew conch shells and bugles known as gomukhas and played flutes and strange instruments. The combined sound of these instruments was tumultuous. There they don't have a problem with the neighbors. They can go on beating. Text 14, translation and purports. Tato abhisichiru devim shriyam padma karam satim digi bha purna kalse sukta vyakhe dvijiritai. Thereafter, the great elephants from all the directions carried big water jugs full of Ganges water and bathed the goddess of fortune. To the accompaniment of Vedic mantras chanted by learned Brahmanas. While thus being bathed, the goddess of fortune maintained her original style with a lotus flower in her hand, and she appeared very beautiful. The goddess of fortune is the most chaste, Sati, for she does not know anyone but the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport: the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, is described in this verse as Shriyam, which means that she has 6 opulences: wealth, strength, influence, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. These opulences are received from the goddess of fortune. Lakshmi is addressed here as Devi, the goddess, because in Vaikuntha she supplies all opulences to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His devotees, who in this way enjoy natural life in the Vaikuntha planets. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased with His consort, the goddess of fortune, who carries a lotus flower in her hand. Mother Lakshmi is described in this verse as Sati, the supremely chaste, because she never diverts her attention from the Supreme Personality of Godhead to anyone else. We will cover text 15 as well. I prepared for that, and then hopefully the next speaker is also covering 16, so we continue. Text 15, translation. Verse. Samudra pita kausheya vasasi samupaharat varunaha srajam vejyantim madhuna matta satpadam. The ocean, which is the source of all valuable jewels, supplied the upper and lower portions of a yellow silken garment. The predominating deity of water, Varuna, presented flower garlands surrounded by 6-legged bumblebees drunken with honey. Purport: when bathing the deity in the Abhishek ceremony with various liquids such as milk, honey, yogurt, ghee, cow dung and cow urine, that is Panchagavya, it is customary to supply yellow garments. In this way, the Abhishek ceremony for the goddess of fortune was performed according to the regular Vedic principles. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmitam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamitamascha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagadapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Pancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Jnanati Vinatasi Gnananjana Salaka Chakshurumritamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Hare Krishna everyone, thank you for joining. Today is again very auspicious day. We have 4 different celebrations happening today. So before we go into the verse discussion, I just briefly mention just the names so that later we will cover those occasions. So one is the Vishwarup Mahotsav. Who is Vishwarup and why we are celebrating as Mahotsav, we will see. Then we have Bhadra Punima. Very nicely here devotees have prepared Bhadra Punima and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam here on the altar. And then Srila Prabhupada, Sannyas. Srila Prabhupada took the sannyas today. This was a very auspicious day, 1959. And then we have third, right? Third month starting, right? Yeah, Chaturmash. Okay. So we will cover that in the later part. Now we are continuing our discussion from verse 13. So what's happening is that both sides, demons and the suras, that is demigods, they have assembled and they started churning the ocean. The poison came out. Lord Shiva drank that poison and just hold in his throat. Nilkant, he became Nilkant. And then with great vigor, because now the poison, the trouble part is gone. So now they know, the demigods, they know that nectar will come out. So then they apply more strength, more feeling, Okay, next is Amrit, next is Amrit, next is Amrit. They were feeling like this. And then what came out? Surbhi cow. And this is very auspicious. We have seen in the verses previous to this today's verse, previously 2-3 days back, we have seen, Prabhu was mentioning that Surbhi cow came out. And Surbhi cow is the cow, Kama Dhenu, which will give ample supply of milk. And this is not just a milk, as Srila Prabhupada mentions many times in the pages of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and other books, that milk is very, very nutritious, very important for the spiritual life. Any milk? No, cow milk. Cow milk is very, very important, that it nourishes our brain tissues so that our memory and our reasoning and understanding, grasping, everything will enhance. And then we will assimilate this spiritual knowledge easily, along with following the regulatory principles, doing the devotional service. So then Kamadhenu came. And then in between so many other opulences came, like a horse came, and then the elephant, Airavat came, and then Apsaras came. The last verse before this was that Apsaras came. So then everyone, that they were proper recipients of this, all the opulences. And then finally, who is coming? Not finally, in between, who is coming? The mother goddess of fortune, Mother Lakshmi is coming. And she appeared. And when she appeared, the feeling was different. Somehow, as is described here, that the feeling was different, that she was so beautiful. It says that she was so beautiful that it is like so much lightning when lightning happens, so bright, so much brightness, so much beautiful. Her body was so beautifully decorated, and also the bodily shapes is mentioned there were so elegant that just by looking her, you feel like, wow, she is so beautiful. And this is not like a mundane kind of look. This is a spiritual look. So especially the demigods, when they looked, they became so awe and reverence, like they become so with that feeling that, wow, this mother has come. Like we call women devotees as Motherjis. Spiritually, we start seeing them just not as an object of our sense gratification, but then we start seeing them with proper respect, with devotees. Gradually our transformation happens in our heart. And here we are talking about the demigods. So demigods, they had naturally had that feeling. So then when they saw her, they understood that she is not ordinary personality. She is Mother Lakshmi. And she showed her qualities as well. Because now, here it was mentioned in the previous one, that Sati, she was chaste. So in this today's verse 13, it's mentioned that the demigods, they became personified. That means, like the clouds we see, that's like for us it's an impersonal representation. We see the cloud, but behind the cloud there is a personality. So this personality took the form of that person and then started beating the mridangas, different kind of mridangas. And same then, other demigods and others, they also played different bugles and flutes and everything. And then they make the environment very auspicious. Then what they did? So then, thereafter, the great elephants from all directions carried big water jugs full of Ganges water and bathed the goddess of fortune. So in between, I was listening lectures on this one. Especially Radha Govind Maharaj, I was listening his lecture. So he, very detailed, he quoted so many different our acharyas, like a Jiva Goswami and so many other acharyas. They have given so much detail. So actually Indra brought asan, very beautiful asan. Because, you are bathing, but then first thing, we see in Abhishek ceremony, they bring the asan, because they need to sit down or they need to stand appropriately. So Lord Indra, he gave the asan, and that was very, very beautiful. It's like a diamond and gold and so beautiful, a majestic asan. And then Goddess of Fortune sat down and then they started bathing her. So who is bathing? The great elephants from all directions. We can bring one water pot, jug, but then consider the elephant, and here they have so many trunks. So they carry the huge amount of water and then they forcefully sprinkle. They forcefully bathe Goddess of Fortune. And that force is with love, not like throwing the water, but Ganges water, not ordinary water, Ganges water. And accompanied by Vedic mantras. Especially when we do Abhishek here, what happens? We do the Abhishek with mantras. Actual Abhishek is through our devotion. We are chanting, we are dancing, we are worshipping them with our appreciation of their presence. And similarly we do for the spiritual master as well. When he comes, especially to the ashram, if you are fortunate, he comes to your ashram, and then you welcome him with the flowers, and then you make him sit down, and then you have a feet bathing ceremony. So what does it mean? It is just a representation that, of course, actually you don't bathe, but then out of feeling you are representing, you are taking his dust, lotus feet, and then sprinkle that water. And we have seen this previously as well in different cantos, how one should receive. So similarly, demigods, they realize that this is for Goddess of Fortune, this is Lakshmi, This is the consort of our Lord Vishnu. So we bathe her. And while thus being bathed, the goddess of fortune maintained her original style. With lotus flower in her hand, she appeared very beautiful. Now who gave this lotus flower? It is mentioned, if you study further, that Lord Brahma, he gave lotus flower to her. She was carrying. And different demigods, they gave their opulences to her. And in the next verse is mentioned that she got the yellow garments, upper and lower garments. Especially it is mentioned that when a woman, a girl is getting married, then the parents, they give her so much of opulences, as well as they give this yellow cloth on the marriage ceremony. It's a representation that now you be fully satisfied and we are taking care, now we are providing this. So, silken garments. Naturally, after bathing, what happens? You want to put on a new clothes. So, here it is mentioned that they offered the ocean. Now, ocean, what he thought, because the goddess of fortune, she has come out from the ocean, now I am father. So the ocean, he had that feeling, the personification of ocean. He has that feeling that now I am giving my daughter. And that means the next we will see that now she will look for husband, suitable husband. So how it happens? Now they prepared her with proper bathing and with proper opulences along with proper clothes. Now, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned two things very nicely. One is Shriyam and the other one is Sati. So Shriyam, Shri means opulences, and Shriyam means the one who possesses the opulences. So far we have heard Bhagavan, the definition of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, who is Bhagavan? The personality who possesses these 6 opulences in full is called Bhagavan. And what are the 6 opulences? Here is mentioned: wealth, strength, influence, beauty, knowledge and renunciation. But here is it mentioned that Shri, that is this goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, or the name was mentioned, Rama, she possesses these opulences. So from our philosophy we understand Radha and Krishna, they are not different to each other. So these opulences, here is mentioned that in Vaikuntha, Lakshmi is supplying these opulences to Lord and his devotees, so that they can naturally, it's mentioned here, they can in this way enjoy natural life in the Vaikuntha planets. So this is our natural life, that the opulences, whatever we need, is supplied by our Lord, that is Lordships, that is Radha and Krishna, or Lakshmi and Narayan, or Lakshmi and Vishnu. They are supplying our necessities, we just have to be satisfied and enjoy life with them. If we are doing that, that means we are living in a Vaikuntha atmosphere. And that's what Srila Prabhupada has said for this temple, that we are not living in Melbourne, we are living in Vrindavan. Right? Why? Because the source of our supply is here. Not that we demand, but then they are taking care. They will supply whatever is necessary, whether it's wealth is necessary, strength is necessary, influence, fame is necessary, beauty is necessary, knowledge is necessary, renunciation. A time comes, we have to give up as well. This is most difficult part, but this is what, because these opulences are given to us, you utilize, and then at times we have to give it up as well, voluntarily. So, this is what, and then there is another verse, it's mentioned, that is Devi. So, this is how we should start addressing, proper respect, Prabhu, Devi, like that. And here it is mentioned that she is most chaste. The name is used as Sati, because she never diverts her attention from the Supreme Personality of Godhead to anyone else. And this is what? Ananya Bhakti, right? We hear in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Ananya Bhakti. what kind of bhakti we need to do? We need to do Ananya Bhakti. Our focus is on Krishna and no one else. And Mother Lakshmi is showing us. And later we will see that now she is looking for a husband. Naturally, because she knows who is her protector, real protector. Who has that power that who can protect her whole time. Not temporary like 50 years, 100 years. But then whole eternity. And that is Krishna. So now she is looking and we will see that. So she doesn't divert her attention from the Supreme Person of Godhead to anyone else. And that's what we should do, especially while we are practicing our devotion. So many things will happen, but we should not divert our attention from the Supreme Person of Godhead to anyone and anything else. Like we become a karmi, or we become a yogi, or we become like a Ashtanga yogi. No, we remain. Whatever little we can do, that's okay, but we remain on the bhakti path. In the lotus, or at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and this whole Guru Parampara. So that's what we can cover for this verse. And the next one is Abhishek ceremony. So then they supplied the garment and then they did the Abhishek. But then Abhishek, how they did is they used the milk, honey, yogurt, ghee, cow dung and cow urine. And I think few days back Gopalandesh Prabhu gave the class and he has nicely explained about the importance of cow and the importance of this Panchagavya, the 5 items we derive from cow. Milk, yogurt, ghee, cow dung and cow urine. Even cow urine is very important. It has so much potency that it can cure so many diseases. And he has mentioned that he, at times, sometimes he would drink, and that's what I have done as well. It's little strong, but then it purifies, especially during the COVID time. There was a medicine which was using the cow urine. And it was tasty, very tasty. I used to take for that taste. Anyway, so we see that. Now we will cover these 4 occasions. So first we start with Srila Prabhupada. Yeah? We start with Srila Prabhupada. We take his blessings. So today is again very auspicious day that Srila Prabhupada took the sannyas on this day, on this auspicious day. When did it happen? It happened on 17 September 1959. How did it happen? So, of course, Srila Prabhupada met his spiritual master first time in 1922, the first meeting. And then he developed that relationship with him. And then he took him in his heart as his spiritual master. And he started following with that intensity and then devotion. And then he formalized that process, that connection, that bond in the form of initiation in 1933. Now in between what happened? So in between he is developing that full faith for his spiritual master and his mission. What is the mission? That is spreading Krishna consciousness. In the first meeting he said, you are young and you are like very learned in this English and this education. Why don't you preach this Krishna consciousness to other parts of the world where this English is prominent, basically Western countries, right? So then he remembered this, and throughout the whole life he was remembering and he was practicing. Then what happened is, again 1937 when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati left the planet, just before that he got that message or instruction again, that why don't you preach this in English, Krishna consciousness in English speaking world. And then in between what happened is that the family life was going up and down, the business went down, And now he's kind of considering that, okay, now my time is coming. My time is coming. Before that, I have to at least do something for this wonderful instruction I have received from my spiritual master. For the mission, I have to do something before I leave my body. So then he was meditating always, and then he was doing his different activities to support that. But then once it happened that now he decided that, okay, I go out from this family life. So then he became Vanaprastha. So now Vanaprastha life, how he started is that he got a dream, that now Srila Prabhupada, he got a dream that his spiritual master is coming in the dream and he is telling, this is given in Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit, that he is telling in the dream that you take sannyas and you preach. So initially Prabhupada felt like, oh, this is horrible. Like, how can I? Because I have the family and I have to manage them. How can I? So he waited for some time. And then things went in that direction that he actually did take sannyas. So what is sannyas? We understand that as well. So sannyas, does it mean just giving up the activities? No. It is given here in Bhagavad Gita, if we read, so chapter 3 verse 4, it says, sannyas, in the purport Srila Prabhupada has mentioned, sannyas simply does not mean renunciation of activities, like general people considers. It's not just renunciation of activities, that becomes renunciation or tyag, but that does not mean just giving up the activities. Rather, we should see further. So then, Arjuna, in Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, verse 1, Arjuna asked, what question he asked to Krishna? Arjuna asked about renunciation, tyag and renounced order of life. That is sannyas ashram. And what Krishna responded in the next verse, that giving up the activities that are based on material desires is what great learned men call the renounced order of life. So here the key word is material desire, based on the material desires. Right? So then there is a differentiation between what is material desire and what is spiritual desire. So that we have to understand. And then in the purport of chapter 6 verse 2, Srila Prabhupada writes, real sannyas, yoga or bhakti means that one should know his constitutional position as a living entity and act accordingly. That is real sannyasi means, or real sannyas yoga or bhakti yoga means, now we act in the real constitution, that is, we are Jivara Swarupa Hoy Krishnara Nityadas. We act as a servant of Krishna in the line of disciplic succession. We practice that. And that's what Srila Prabhupada realized and understood. Now, this is what it means. Now, this mission is there, and to preach this mission, this is why my spiritual master is asking or requesting or instructing me to take sannyas. And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did as well. At the age of 24, he saw that these students, they were not giving him proper, that it requires certain kind of authority, certain kind of respect, so that you can transform the heart. So then they were seeing from ordinary perspective. So then he took sannyas, that to do the good for these Mayavadis, to do the good for these general people, I take sannyas and preach Krishna consciousness all over the world. That's what Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada did. So Srila Prabhupada writes, again in chapter 10 verse 3, the transcendental attitude of the devotee in the performance of activities is actually that of renunciation, and that is called sannyas. So transcendental attitude, that we consider everything is Krishna's mercy and we utilize everything in Krishna's service. And our aim is to spread Krishna consciousness to our heart and to externally as well. And that is real sannyas. So Srila Prabhupada, he got the dream, his spiritual master is asking him to take sannyas. He is married, having family and other responsibility. Srila Prabhupada felt shocked. But later, things got cleared up and finally took sannyas in 1959 on this auspicious day of Bhadra Purnima. This is given in Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit, Volume 1, Chapter 9. So the real sannyasi, what does he do? That he dedicates his body, mind and words totally to the service of the Supreme Person of Godhead, renouncing all other engagements. And this is what Srila Prabhupada did. So, of course, there is a whole description how the ceremony happened. We may not go into the detail, but that happened through like Keshav Maharaj, and then Srila Prabhupada took sannyas along with his other god brother. Okay, the second is Vishwarup Mahotsav. So Vishwarup is, of course, from a Leela perspective, he is elder brother of Lord Chaitanya. So, but then Vishwarup, when he understood that now parents are getting ready for his marriage, and from deep within he had so much renunciation. So he took the sannyas and he gave up the family and then he went away. And when Lord Chaitanya took the sannyas, then first thing he considered that, okay, now I go to the South India too, and also I find that brother Vishwarup. I find out, because the parents naturally they are so affectionate, they don't know what happened to him. So at least from that perspective also I find out, and at least that will give them some peace. So then Lord Chaitanya, he found out that Vishwarup already took sannyas and now he has left the world as well. And it says, what's the word? Maharashtra place. I remember the name, but I just forgot. It's very nice. Pandharpur. Yes, very good. Thank you. Yeah? So, this is, and that's in the celebration of this sannyas and also leaving the world for the spiritual life. Because it is said he is expansion of Sankarshan. So naturally he is spiritual. Now the third occasion, the auspicious occasion, this is the main wonderful occasion, is the Bhadra Purnima. Bhadra means auspicious. And we have Subhadra. We have very auspicious. Subhadra Mai is here as well. And today is a day, Bhadra Purnima. So, what is the significance of Bhadra Purnima? It's given in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 13. Now Chapter 13 is the glories of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. If one wants to understand and realize the importance of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, then one should read this wonderful chapter as well, the glories of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Because Canto 12 end, this is the last chapter, I consider. Yeah, this is the last chapter. So the summary, the gist is given in this last chapter. The glories of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And the Bhadra Purnima is the day when we can take this Śrīmad Bhāgavatam in our heart as well as external. That is, we distribute Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. We distribute these glories of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam to others. So this is the very auspicious day. We can do it with more vigor, more positive energy. You know, of course, we do it throughout. Here Mataji is sitting. She does every day. But then, on this auspicious day, we take it both ways. That we do it internally as well as we do it externally with more vigor. And the verse it says, Praustopadyam Paunamasyam Hema Simha Samanvitam Dadati Yo Bhagavatam Sayati Paramam Gatim. What's the translation? If one on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, that is, this is the month called Bhadra, one places Śrīmad Bhāgavatam on a golden throne. We may not have a golden throne because we are in Kali Yuga. That's okay. We may have some golden throne in our heart and any auspicious paraphernalia. So, if if on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Śrīmad Bhāgavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift, he will attain the supreme transcendental destination. What is supreme transcendental destination for us? Especially for this parampara, that is Golok Vrindavan. At the lotus feet of Radha Vallabh. Here, of course, Radha Vallabh here, and then Golok Vrindavan, same Radha Vallabh. When we go back, spiritual atmosphere. So, supreme transcendent destination one can achieve if on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Śrīmad Bhāgavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift, he will attain the supreme transcendental destination. So this is the inspiration for us, that we do something, especially our wonderful, His Grace, Shriman Vyasasika Prabhu, he has given a wonderful video for this, encouraging everyone that as a request, please do at least one Śrīmad Bhāgavatam set, not just one book, but the whole set. At least one set today. If not possible, at least pray that you can do it in future. At least. And if that is not possible, then at least read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. At least read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Especially today is very auspicious day that at least you read and you try to distribute. The result is in Krishna's hand. We just have to go out, and first thing we have to desire. We have to have that strong desire that I want to do something. Now I'm taking the shelter of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and I'm purifying myself. I'm getting blissful in my life. Now I want to share that bliss with others. When we desire, like why Mataji is going out, extremely working very hard and just calling and making sure everyone is connected with Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, because now she wants to share this Śrīmad Bhāgavatam with others. We know the importance of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. What Prabhupada did, Prabhupada got the message, and what he did, he translated. Somebody said, why you are writing these small magazines? Write the books. And what he started with? Easy Journey to Other Planets. And then what he picked up? He picked up on Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. He translated Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. What he carried? Actually he says that Śrīmad Bhāgavatam carried. He was just a servant, because servant carries the Lord in his heart. So then he carried Śrīmad Bhāgavatam to the West. Through Śrīmad Bhāgavatam this whole movement started. And till the last breath, if no one has seen the video of Prabhupada leaving the body, at least once in our life we should see this video. That how we can leave our body. Like we hear that Haridas Thakur left the body in the hands of Lord Chaitanya. And then we hear so many devotees left the body in Vrindavan, remembering Krishna. But here Srila Prabhupada is showing in the video how to leave the body. And what he was doing? He was reciting Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And the disciples, the devotees, they are standing nearby him and they are listening both ways, the ear as well as microphone, the instrument, recording instrument, making sure it can record. And Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Prabhupada is speaking Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So this is the importance of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. He spent throughout the whole night, he was writing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And then he was requesting devotees that, you are distributing, as well as please read as well. If you distribute, yes, very good, but also with that, you read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So we can read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and we can distribute. What is the significance? To do that is, of course, we will get spiritual knowledge, and somebody who is receiving will also get the spiritual knowledge. And then it gives us the practical guidance. We see here that Samudra Manthan, why they did it? They want to take out the nectar. But then who is helping? Lord, He is helping them. So similarly, when we have so many problems in our life, our manthan will happen, churning will happen in our life, then Who will help us? Śrīmad Bhāgavatam will help us. Because Śrīmad Bhāgavatam appeared when? Because when the Kali Yuga entered, at that time when the religion, where did it take place? In the pages of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. He took the shelter. So Śrīmad Bhāgavatam will give us the practical guidance in our life. And then of course we are developing love and devotion. We are sharing that love and devotion with others. And we will get the supreme destination. And then of course it teaches us so much about culture and how to live our life. Of course the devotion aspect is there. Even if someone wants to just live in a mode of goodness, very happy life, blissful life, they can still do it. Wonderful culture and philosophical heritage is given in these pages of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So what we can do, especially today, we can at least attempt to distribute. We have, I was talking with Vijayapitama Prabhu. He mentioned that today our target, of course our target is huge, but then today is the day we want to finish this 40 remaining, I think it was 40 or something. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam sets. We want to achieve that target. So, somehow Krishna's mercy, we are doing our bit. This is one set. So please, whoever is listening here physically as well as online, and who will listen this class in future also, please do that you take one Śrīmad Bhāgavatam set at least and distribute. Money will come, donation will come. That's not the point, but the point is you distribute Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. We can do, of course, more like fasting because of auspicious day, and then chanting, meditation, reading scriptures, extra devotional activities. And the best thing is we help each other becoming Krishna conscious, especially more and more on today's occasion. So, this is about Bhadra Purnima. Let us achieve one target, that is at least one Śrīmad Bhāgavatam set today, and that will bring us the Vaisakhi Prabhu, Vaisashika Prabhu, huh? Vaisashika. He said in the message that if one distributes this one Śrīmad Bhāgavatam set, at least one, then he prays that one will receive Lord Chaitanya's mercy. So, I am receiving, we are receiving. Let us all receive Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Free shipping across? Okay. So the message is only for today if you order, whether online or through our different channels like Vijayapitama Prabhu and other team members, if you order, then it's free shipping throughout the whole Australia, anywhere in Australia. Whether you are in Hobart, whether you are listening in Perth, somehow Śrīmad Bhāgavatam will reach you. Some devotee will carry for you. So let us distribute Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and achieve the supreme destination, Paramam Gatim. With that, I conclude. It's 8:30. If any question or comment of anything I missed. Yes, thank you, Siva.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for the nice class. Prabhu, you were talking about Lakshmi Devi, and we know that Lakshmi Devi, she is the planetary expansion of Srimati Radharani. So are they the same but with different modes? Because in India we hear like a lot that Lakshmi Devi, she is a demigoddess. So
very good question. Before I answer that question, I also recall the other message about this Bhadra Purnima is that, of course, we have this Bhadra Purnima campaign, and especially today. So whoever is distributing the Bhagavatam and whoever is receiving, they can supply their names to Vijayapitama Prabhu and all the other team members. And then what will happen is, there is a yajna in Mayapur that they will recite your name and pray for your spiritual well-being, progress, they will do that. So that is another message, that please do that. Reach out to Dvija Pindabam Prabhu or whoever is, doing the books. So then we will receive more auspiciousness in our spiritual life. Okay, answering your question is Lakshmi Devi. So yes, I have prepared that. Somehow, where did I write down? Yes, here. So yes, so from a highest perspective to our level, we can see. So we see the whole creation in both perspectives. One is the spiritual, and the other one is this material world, right? Now, in the spiritual realm as well, there are different levels or categories. Same for the material world as well. So in the spiritual world, the highest is Golok Vrindavan, we see in the diagram, right? So in that Golok Vrindavan, goddess of fortune is who? There are so many goddesses of fortune. Because if you see Brahma Samhita, it says, what is that verse? Lakshmi Sahasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam. So many goddesses of fortune are worshipping Krishna. So from that perspective, gopis are goddess of fortune. Now and then the most wonderful, most closest, the one who worships Krishna so nicely, most wonderful way is Radharani, Srimati Radharani. So she is goddess of fortune, Golok Vrindavan, right? Now the same Lakshmi and Krishna, he also expands himself. So Krishna expands himself, Balaram, etc., and then Chaturvya, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And then to support, here we have read in the verse that Shriyam, she gives these opulences to Supreme Person, Lord and His devotees. So that means Radharani also expands herself. So the same Radharani expands herself in Vaikuntha planet as a Lakshmi, right? Now, if we go on the expansion, now coming down here in this realm, because we have three modes, so the three modes are maintained by what? Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu is maintaining the mode of goodness, because through mode of goodness we can maintain everything nicely. So then his consort, that is originally Srimati Radharani with Krishna, she also comes and expands herself as Lakshmi, right? So, but then we see that Vishnu is not demigod. He is Supreme Person. It's just he is taking this role of maintaining. So the same way, Lakshmi is just taking a role of maintaining as a mother. Now, from a mundane other perspective, from a material energy, so we have a Yoga Maya, that is Radharani's divine energy, and then we have here in the material world is Mahamaya. The other one is the Durga, the name. So then she expands herself as Durga, the material energy, and that is Lord Shiva. Because then Lord Shiva, we see that as the yogurt is transformed of milk, yogurt is a transformation of milk. Similarly, Lord Shiva, so Krishna is like, he's expanded, Lord Shiva is different category. So for that, now is Durga, right? So those who don't understand the whole complete picture, they consider Lakshmi and Vishnu just as an ordinary demigod. But we see from the scriptures, in the parampara, that they are not just demigods. They are original Supreme Personality Godhead and His consort. And that's why the demigods, they worshipped her like that. They didn't see her just as an ordinary woman appearing, no. Or they wanted to get her, no. Rather they give her respect, and they offered her respect as mother, and they worshipped her. They bathed her. We bathe Radha and Krishna. Similarly, they bathe her, goddess of fortune. And she will marry to Lord Ajita, who is expansion of course, Lord Vishnu. He is Lord Vishnu. So, better we hear from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Yeah, people say like that, but we tell them this is what it is. Thank you for your nice question. Hare Krishna. Any other question? No? Then Granth Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai and Bhadra Purnima ki jai and distribution of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam on Bhadra Purnima campaign ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you. You are in car? Okay.
Back to the source.
Back to this. Yes.
There is no golden throne. My head is a golden throne.
Give me mercy as well.
There is, oh sorry, old one. Those who are rich and doctors, they can be golden throne. Krishna, I can't consider my body as a golden throne and be carried.
Yes. Krishna will accept.
Actually, somebody first we can ask first temple to deliver. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Location also is there.